this review is for chimarie.com. And first of all, I wanted to say I'm not sure if this is meant to be a website or just a landing page. Now, if it is just a landing page, then you seem to have a lot of the right elements in place, in that you don't have navigation bar at the top or at the bottom. And what I do love about the page is that you have really good quality and relevant images, and you also have really good testimonials with images. You have some good calls to action throughout the page, so at the top, in the middle, and also at the bottom. So that's great for a landing page. And you do have some good information about the workshops, even though it's a little bit further down the page. Now, the overall design is good. It's clean and easy to read, and the colors complement each other, so that's really good. Now, where I would improve things a little bit is, first of all, the domain name suggests that it's a global brand, or that you are based in the US, because your domain name is .com. I would recommend registering a .com.au, especially if it is a local event, because otherwise people may think that you are based overseas. Now, a couple of issues that I've had. First of all, it currently says that the next immediate response workshop closes in 0 hours. And I assume it is because there are no workshops scheduled, as the dates appear to have been in November. So when I scroll down here, it tells me that the workshops were held in November. So it would make sense that this is 0. Yet I'm still able to click on yes, reserve my seat, and enter my details here. And when I do that and click on yes, reserve my seat, it takes me to the next page. Now, the next page is actually showing that the workshop is starting in 9 minutes and 38 seconds. So I'm a little bit confused as to whether it's an online workshop or whether it's meant to be a live workshop, or whether the page hasn't been fully finished. Now, one thing I would suggest is reduce the size of the images for the testimonials and even the text a little bit. I would recommend making all the testimonials just focus on the face, or maybe put them in a round circle, or just make them a little bit smaller, just because there's a lot going on. This image is very pixelated, so by reducing it, you may also reduce the pixelation. And this is a totally different style of shot, and you've got black borders on either side. So it's just a little consistency thing. And this is, this is a beautiful, beautiful photo. And again, I would reduce it in size just for consistency and just to make it a little bit more visually appealing. Now, when I click on the middle, yes, reserve my seat, I'm taken directly to this page. And I have tested it so that I was surfing incognito. So even as an outsider that hasn't entered her email address, this still comes up. So it doesn't ask for my email address and just goes straight to that page. Next thing, what I wanted to mention is, I know you talk about this being for Brisbane salon, spa and clinic owners, but I missed it as I was scrolling through it. So I wondered whether it would be applicable to me, and it wasn't until I read the landing page about the third time that I realized who this is actually targeting. So I would make it a bit bigger, and also maybe have it mentioned a couple of times on the page that it is for spa salons, and especially based in Brisbane. Now, what I wanted to ask is, what if people want to find out more about you and what you do and what your qualifications are? Do you have a separate website? Because I'm not sure where you are driving people past this point. Also, how can people contact you ahead of time if they've got any questions about the workshop? On here, there's no forms other than, for me to enter the details. But if I wanted to find out before I add my details to reserve a seat, how do I contact you? So I would recommend including your email address. I realize it's on the next page, but I would recommend including something here, or maybe a phone number, that sort of thing, or even maybe some social media profiles that people can contact you on. On the landing page, there's no cost for the workshop. So I would recommend saying $1 upfront and $49 once they have been through the workshop. And I would also highlight a few pain points that the salon owners experience, and pain points that you will address in the workshop. So for example, how to market their business, what are the problems they're having in marketing their business. I was also wondering if you have any trust icons that you can include on the landing page. For example, if your workshop has appeared in the media, it doesn't have to be in newspapers or anything, but maybe on other websites. I would include some logos of places that you've been featured. Also, if you have won any awards in your career, or even what your qualifications are. And I would also recommend including a video from a recent workshop that you have run, and maybe a video of yourself so that people can connect to you. Now, because this is only a one-page, what appears to be a landing page, there's not a lot more that I can offer you. But perhaps think about it, how people will perceive you when they do land on this page. If you are promoting your website, chimarie.com, as a full website, there really is nowhere else for them to go. And as it is today, it appears to be outdated because the workshop seemed to have run. So maybe you've got plans on updating it, which is fine, but I just wanted to bring it to your attention. Anyway, I hope you found that useful, and I look forward to speaking with you if you've got any questions, or just email me.